Life. This is our community and context time, a time where we have a chance to get to know some of our family, our church family, what God's doing in and through them. My name is Jeff Shroud. I'm the Connect pastor here at New Life, and here today with Fred Todd. He's the director of our men's ministry, and so great to have you with us today, Fred. You've been leading our men's ministry for over 10 years now. Why are you passionate about men in the church knowing Jesus?
Well, I'm passionate about men knowing Jesus. Obviously, we need to know Jesus, and without Jesus, we don't get to make it to heaven because you got to have Jesus to go to heaven. But what I'm really passionate about is men growing and kind of moving that on towards their family. I kind of lean back to this all the time, but I read a statistic a while back ago that in a family with a single mother, the percentage of kids following her to church is way low. But in a family that has a dad in the household that is taking his family to church, the percentages go way up. And I don't remember the exact numbers. I just remember them being a very drastic difference. And, kids that follow in those footsteps, the percentages go up as well for some reason when it's the man that's leading their families into the church. So I'm passionate about helping men grow and help lead their families.
Yeah, that's great. So as they know Jesus, then we're changed as men and lead our families better. So that's great. So if you would just back up just a little bit and tell us about a little about your faith journey and maybe the vital role that church life has played in your walk.
Faith journey. My dad was a pastor, not his whole life. He actually was one of those converted. He was a alcoholic and a drug addict, and became a pastor and got to go into church and whatnot. But when I became an adult, he instilled that into me that church life was important, and obviously I wanted to hand that down to my kids. And so the church, played a role as far as growing, and for me, church itself, relationships are huge. When you're on a missions trip or doing a project side by side with another man, you really get an opportunity to learn about them and grow in a relationship. There's a certain aspect of accountability as far as being involved in different things and just spiritual growth as well.
And that's what I love about sitting down here. I've been around you a number of times. I still keep learning more things, and so I love doing this community and context for that reason. So tell us a little bit about what's going on in men's ministry here at New Life.
Well, Jeff, I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
So we do have a retreat, which most people know. We have a spring retreat and a fall retreat, and we have our fall retreat coming up on November 13th and 14th, and it's at Amazing Grace Baptist Camp. And, we'll have like 3 sessions of ministry time. And other than that, we have, foods provided. We have game time. Actually, this year we're trying to put together a cornhole tournament.
Nice.
And there'll be lots of sitting around the fire and shooting the breeze and just having man time.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's a beautiful campground. And so here's one of the challenges with men is many of them want to do these types of things, but you get to Friday night after a long week, and you think about investing a Saturday, and you're like, man, I've been at work, I've got yard work to do, I've got other responsibilities, I haven't spent as much time with my family as I should. Why would you encourage someone that might be asking those questions, some man that says, but I need to do these? Why would you encourage them to take this one weekend out, just come with us? What would you say to that guy that's fighting that battle?
Is the work ever done? I mean, isn't there always work to do? As far as the family goes, if you have a son, you can bring him. And I would greatly encourage, men that have a young boy to bring him along. And, the kids love it. Kids have a great time.
They do.
I've never seen a bored kid at any of these. Maybe you need a night away from your wife. Maybe she would like for you to take your son and, get away for a minute. So I think that's what I'd say. And the relationship aspect of it, you're going to grow.
The reward after that just lasts for a long time, growing our church and growing our relationship with Jesus. So true. If anybody's interested, go to info@newlifekc.org. You can email us there, fill out a Connect card on our app, and let us know. We'll get in touch with you about the men's retreat. And Fred, so good to have you with us today. And thanks so much for sharing and encouraging us like that.
Thanks for having me.